Hi, I'm Kathleen Byram, and I'd like to talk to you tonight about alternative Christmas gifts. I know that it can be tiresome going and buying stuff at the mall, and it can seem thoughtless and soulless sometimes, the kind of presents and gift giving that we do. And I would like to suggest some different alternative gifts. The first thing that comes to mind is food. Food is a great gift. When you're charged for it, like by a bakery or whatever, they charge a lot of money for that stuff. And it's not nothing. And when someone makes food for me, that's just awesome. And it can be all kinds of things. But the thing that excites me the most is bourbon and rum balls. Oh, now you know I don't drink, but that was my promise, not to drink. I didn't promise not to eat the liquor and food, because that doesn't do anything to me. It doesn't cause me to go off and want to drink or anything like that. I've done it, and they are delicious. I would love to get some rum balls or some bourbon balls for Christmas. And I'm sure a lot of people would like to get candy for Christmas. One of my favorite candies is Buckeyes, and it's like a peanut butter ball dipped in chocolate and paraffin so that it sticks to the ball. And then you dip it almost all the way down, but there's a little round part at the top of the ball, and that's where you have your toothpick to dip it down in, and then you just take the toothpick and you roll over the hole. It's it's really, really delicious candy. Getting candy is awesome. And cookies, oh, homemade cookies with icing on them. I don't care if they're ugly, that just makes them even more delicious. That kind of stuff is great. And you can get the packaging for it like at the dollar store. They have nice little Christmas boxes. They have tons of them at Christmas time. And there's pretty different wrapping paper and stuff like that. And what's that thin tissue paper? There's different colors of tissue paper that you can use to wrap up the candy nicely. Oh yeah, that's a great gift. What's the next thing? Oh, letters. I don't know if you come from a family or group of people that like to write each other letters, but I'm telling you, getting a letter telling you what a special person you are and what you mean to someone can be the most incredible thrill. And I've gotten a few from my father, who I had a difficult relationship with. And to get something like that from him was just, it was so great. And I'd also like to suggest that you could write letters to each other in your familial group or friends or whatever group that you're in, and put them on the tree in envelopes to be opened on Christmas, so they know that it's there and they have that to look forward to. Another thing that's nice to get is art. art doesn't have to be expensive to make. There are all kinds of art. One of the things of art that I liked to do was scrapbooking. I went through a phase, and that got expensive for me. But it doesn't have to be, but it's likely to be. When you see all the things on Amazon and probably Temu. I don't go to Temu, but I imagine that they have things like stickers and stuff like that that you can buy that are dirt cheap. Anyway, about art, you can do paintings, you can do drawings, you can do sculptures, you can get a little modeling clay and make a sculpture. You can do ceramics. I remember when I was a teenager, my friend's mother had a shop. It was a ceramic shop in Orleans on the square. And you go in and you pick out the ceramic thing that you want to paint, and you paint it and you smooth it out, the little rough edges and everything, and you get it all ready. And then she fires it in the kiln. That's spelled Kiln. A lot of people pronounce it kiln, but I was taught by an art teacher that it's actually pronounced kill. Anyway, that made beautiful gifts. I made several gifts that way doing that year. So art is just, it's so special. It's such a special thing to give someone. A video of talking to you. Talk to the person like you're writing them a letter and tell them things. Maybe you might like to make it funny. Maybe they prefer that over sappy. Maybe they think that sentiment is sappy and they would like something funny. You could do that. You could tailor it to whatever kind of person they are. Or a video. What does this say? Oh, reciting a poem or singing to them. You could try that. I think you could get a very romantic video by singing to someone, depending on what the song was, or the poem that you might want to read. Or you could actually read to them from a book, something that you think would be meaningful to them. Oh, there's sewing. Sewing, you can make clothes, you can make pillows, and I'm talking about cute pillows, like for kids that are shaped like a pig, or like a dog or something like that. Things that are easy to make. I made one when I was probably 12. I think I made a pig one out of terry cloth for one of my cousins, and they loved it because I made it. They were gracious children. Anyway, those are some of my ideas, and I hope that they give you ideas and that you enjoyed listening to this. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you'll like and subscribe. And give me a comment if you have other ideas. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.